Good morning. I think doing these live streams early has really screwed up my gold box, because every time I do them early, now that I've been doing them early, my gold boxes are terrible. They're not tradable. It's like, what the hell? That was the whole reason for me to start these streams early, was because gold was creating those boxes that I could trade. It isn't happening anymore. I did catch this little trade right here in NQ this morning. Now I'm going to show you exactly what I was thinking. So we had a big run down from the current high straight to the overnight open. See this candle right here? That was an inside candle. Inside to this one. I was sitting here waiting and waiting. This opened up and went below the bottom, through the bottom of the inside candle. And so I put my order here, and it went down deep. I thought, there's no way it's coming back. And all of a sudden, wham, wham, just like that. My favorite situation. Get an inside candle at major support / resistance, and then have the candle, the next candle, the trigger candle, go the opposite direction of the inside candle, of the direction I think the trade is going to go, and then have it reverse and go back across that inside candle. My favorite setup. My favorite. That's my favorite. Because you got to visualize what's going on here. You got to visualize what's going on here. When they go through the bottom, they've got people now leaning, when the whole time they were going to bring it this way. And you've got this inside candle as your measuring stick of what, you don't, why would I think they're going short? You know what I mean? Now, it doesn't mean that they're going to go short. They might, so I'm not taking that short or anything like that, because the real thought is that we came from here a long direction, so we're going this way. Well, they got everybody leaning, and that's exactly what the sharks like to do. The sharks like to get the amateur trader leaning the wrong way and then trap them. It's because when they trap them, that's where they make more money. So, what the hell's wrong? Damn it, my mouse. All right, sorry. My mouse just froze. I'm supposed to change my mouse over to a hardwire mouse. I haven't done it yet. I think my battery's dying in my freaking wireless mouse. Anyways. So you see the reaction. Once they went this way, you see the reaction now that they've got them trapped. I mean, wham. I mean, the reaction is violent. Once they've got the traders trapped one way or another, oh my God, the reaction is violent. Are we straight out of the box and I'm not there? Are we straight out of the box and I'm not there? Yeah, I'm not paying attention again. Jesus, Bob. Shit. All right, hold on here. I've got something wrong here. Hold on here. Hold on. Shit, what did I do? Got the wrong shit in here. Hold on here. Oh my God. I completely missed that trade, man. I completely missed the trade straight out of the box. Oh. I had the wrong setup on my charts. I had NQ on here again because it's my multi-chart thing. Fuck. Small box and it ends up working so far. Right out of the box. You're in it, lunatic. Keep on running, buddy. I completely blew that. I was too busy talking about NQ. Then I had my setup wrong. I had the wrong strategy on. I tried chasing it. Had the wrong account tied into it. I had everything wrong. Unbelievable. Good for you guys. Excellent. Right out of the box. That's the one. Oh, shit, even my data's wrong. That's what happened to me. I had the wrong ATM tied in that was tied to a SIM account. And it didn't so it blocked me, and I tried to change my ATM and stuff, and it's too late. Now it should have gone. I would have tried to get $10 out of it. $8.24. Good job, Alex. I'm hoping this bounces off the top here. Sit. Oh, just sit. You didn't hit the top. Oh, come on. I wanted it to test the top of the box here. It appears to be like a tick or two short. Man, fuck. Yeah, go down and hit the top of that box, please. Go down and hit the top of that box for me. Go down and hit the top of that box for me, damn it. Quit being stupid. 8. Oh, come on. me see here. 15, 16. I would have probably only made $300 on that trade. Yeah. I probably would have made not a lot, only about $300 on that trade. Because I would have been following it for trying to get $1,000. It didn't go $1,000. Okay, we've had 2 inside candles in a row here. 1, 2. We went through the bottom. I guess we're not going to get anything here. I guess I'm not going to get anything here. I would have only made about 300 on the long. Not that 300 is, not worth the attempt, but I would have been shooting for at least $1,000, which is somewhere up in here. And following the back of the candles, I would have gotten out, somewhere like right in here, which of course a lot of traders did that. A lot of traders followed the back of that candle, the closed candle, because it just crashed right through after that. Jesus. Oh, I guess I should have been focusing on the 1-minute gold line in NQ instead. Holy crap. Instead of this shit. Yep, I should have been trading the 1-minute gold line in the NQ. Hasn't gone to target yet, but at least it's working. And the ES had the same trade. ES and NQ both did a 1-minute gold line. Isn't that nice? So did the RTY, actually. So did the YM, actually. So all 4 of them did the same damn trade, and I'm sitting here trying to take the top of the box. That won't work. Yeah, there's a lot of news today, too. Ah, man. Well, I got a quick $600 this morning in the NQ. Would have been nice to add that $300 right there to it. But damn it. Here's the NQ situation. So we had price reset, boom, boom, and then there, and all these candles, and then there's your trade right there, back to the top. So from here to there, let's see here, from here to there, it's a little more than $500 if it makes it. If it makes it. Looks like it's running out of gas. Yep, I'd have been out at even. Okay, now I'm less pissed. Now I'm less pissed. I'd have been out at even. I'm less pissed now. The gold trade didn't work that great either. I mean, it went up. Wouldn't have made it to my target. And when it broke the candle, I'd have just made $300. So, I mean, I'm not violently upset. I'm just upset. So what do we got going on in the equities today? So we're up a little. Okay. I know oil's up. Jesus. Well, I don't know if it's up for the day, but oil's sitting over here at $102. And look at what it, so opened up, down, crossed over, down, came right up here, hit the overnight open right here, straight down. So I guess the bigger pressure is for it to go down. It's sitting right here at the prior day's open. The prior day low is down here. Some big swings in oil lately. Holy cow. I mean, look at that. 106, 103, and the low is 99. So that's pretty good swings for oil. Pretty good swings for oil. NQ's just sitting in garbage. All right, well, shit. That kind of just went to nothing because we had GC. We went through the box with no setup. God. Yeah, GC outside the other side of the box. So we crossed the box with no setup. I mean, no setup that I like, where we go in, create space, test the bottom of the top, for example, then cross. We've seen that before. I mean, it might do it the other way now. It might come in, sit on here and cross. But they've gotten a cross out of the way. If you're noticing something, they like to cross the box at least once every day. I mean, it's uncanny. But I'm too much of a chicken. Now, and here's the other thing. I'm going to show you another thing. When the box is bigger than this, what you'll find, and this is exactly the trade I took in oil last week. I think it was last week. Yeah, it was last week. When the box is bigger, which this one's not that big, but what you'll find is when they bring it inside, like say they went out the top half like they did here, when they bring it inside the upper half of the box, it can get like this. But the first time they're going to cross that box, when they go into the other side of the box, it's gone. So see this? It's gone. I mean, just gone. And that's exactly the trade I saw in oil last week. Last week we had it. It was below the box. Price was below the box. Kept going in and doing this, and then going below the box, and then kept going in and doing this. And then all of a sudden, it just went whoop, whoop, to here and then right through the other side. And I ended up jumping through the other side because it's that second half that they'll flush it. And that's exactly what they did here. They got it inside, and that second half, they just flushed it. The first time they go across the box. They will just flush it through that other half. It's weird. It's happened so often that I actually took that trade in oil last week. Because by the time I saw it going through the mid band of the box, it was too late for me to catch anything at the bottom. But the candles from here to here were pretty deliberate. And then once it got here, man, it just across the other side. And it was and it was a big box, so I was able to put money in and risk it because the top side profit, in my opinion, had plenty of space to make money versus what I was risking to defend the mid band with my orders. if I'm making sense. It doesn't, see, the philosophy still works here, even though the box is smaller, but what am I defending? You know, the top side profit isn't that good. It's because it needs to reset. I've got 2 timers on here. See, there's this timer too, so I'm not worried about it. It just needs to reset. It gets stuck. I've got so many charts running. Like right now, it is working here, for example, on this instrument, whatnot. But I mean, I just got to reset it. It's not hard to do. It's just a pain in the ass. You go in here and you take the freaking thing out, which you can see it's my bottom instrument because I've done this before. Remove it. All right. Then put the damn thing back in. I don't really spend much time looking at the bar timer as much as I do the floating bar timer. Put the damn thing back in, get rid of the damn label, and then bam, it should start working. Is it going to start working? There. Now it's working. Is there a gap in GC? All right, here they go. Yeah, the timer gets stuck sometimes. The bar timer does. That's another nice thing about the floater. The floater doesn't seem to get stuck. And the bar timer, like I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bar timers in front of me right now from 5 other charts. They're all working. Of course, the one I got on my live stream was the one that was stuck. Isn't, you know that? You know my odds. Yeah, but I don't want to, Mark, I don't want to do anything. I get that. I know that, Mark. I can do that. I get that. But I got a lot of other things going on that I don't want to redo anything. I'd rather just deal with that incident, which I don't need to because I really don't care because my floating timer is still working. And I really do use the floating timer more because it's right near my price. I don't want to reload nothing when I have 9 charts going and ATM strategies and shit like that. At least not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 charts going. I mean, everybody sees me screw stuff up enough on here already. I mean, half the time especially on this chart right here, half the time I'm entering, I got the wrong ATM in, I've got the wrong whatever, and then I just freaking the least of my worries is my bar timer when I've got 2 of them. All right, so we went through the bottom. See this gold right here? We went through the bottom. So if we go through the top of this inside candle, I'm gonna take that back inside. I don't anticipate it, but you just never know. Oh, shit. Well, we're 4 minutes from oil opening. All right. Got an inside candle. We went through the bottom. I would have liked to have had it run through the top. And it didn't. Which is the same trade I took in the NQ earlier. The one I showed you guys earlier. The NQ trade I took. Where we had, sitting on the red line, we had an inside candle. We went through the bottom. I put my order above and it came right up through, grabbed me, and was gone. Yeah, 9 news. Okay, all right. We also have oil opening at 9, which I've told you guys, when oil opens, I don't want to be in a gold trade unless I'm protecting, a decent amount of profit. What upgrade are you talking about, Snow? You talking about the stupid shit that Ninja keeps telling me to change my whatever. I'm going to tell you, if that's what you're saying, I'm going to tell you something. If that's what you're telling me, I'm going to tell you something when I'm done here in a minute. If that's what it is. The candle break trader. Why would a new candle break trader help? Okay. Trade that on. Okay. The trade that I'm talking about. Oh, okay. All right. There's a, just so what I was alluding to when Snow Invest said what he said is there's a new updated version of Ninja that I have not loaded. Every time I load it, asks me, there it goes, you freaking piece of shit. But there is a new updated version of this is the setup I was looking for, but of course we got to do it during the fucking news. Anyways, and look at that. Oh, fuck. So painful. But I haven't installed it because there's an old school Ninja traders will tell you, whenever Ninja comes up with a modification, a modification to their package, don't install it. Let everybody else install it and find all the bugs and then have them fix it, because Ninja's notorious for going in and doing something, a modification to their stuff, and then they screw something else up. And if you're trading, you don't want your shit getting screwed up. So I'd rather, the system that works is the system I'd rather use until they fix the one that they said that they've modified. I'm so frustrated right now because I sat here waiting for this freaking trade. Exactly, Trader Joe. It's an old timer's wisdom that was given to me a long time ago from ninja traders that have been trading Ninja longer than me. Oh, don't ever install the modification until they fix it, because it'll be screwed up. And I've had a modification that's been flashing up on my screen every time I log in for probably about, I don't know, 2-3 weeks now at least. And I've refused to load it. I have refused to load it. Refused to load it. Oh, man. Oh, Jesus. Boy, this NQ setup is enticing. This NQ setup is enticing. Look at this. Very enticing right here. Look at all these candles that have, I mean, this is obviously a holding point right here. Man, that was enticing. I just didn't do it. I just glanced over and noticed it. Even had a nice inside candle right here. Yeah, damn it. Off of a pivot. See this pivot right here. See this pivot right here was higher than this one. And then it came straight to the red line. Jesus Christ. I need to find an alternative way to make money. Selling houses is killing me, I swear to God. Well, that would not have worked. That would not have worked, Bob. I guess it's just as well you didn't jump in. That would not have worked. You know, Trader Murphy, it's interesting. You know, how do I say this without making this video about my business? You know, if I build, let's say 20 houses this year, all 20 of them will have some sort of issue, you know, because nothing gets built without some sort of issue, you know. But so I'm not trying to be delusional, but somewhere between 2 to 4 of those customers will use 80% of my energy, and the other 18 to 16 will use the other 20%. And it's the 2 to 4 that use 80% of my energy that make me want to get the hell out of the business. And right now, for some reason, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 right now using up my freaking energy. And I don't even have 20 houses yet. So we're already over peak level. Looks like the NQ is going to go short now. But I don't think we have I don't know if we have any time. 907. Yeah, it might go short. And it didn't go short. Good morning, Nadine. I've had a lackluster morning so far. Come on. Look at it. Went through that mid band. It's going right across the top. God dang it. Oh, it's stopping at the prior day high and the red line. Interesting. SPOX is just too small to take any rotations. I mean, like if you took this rotation to here, there's no money there. Are you long it? Well, what you got to do is speed up the, I don't know, you got a little settings button. You just speed up the play to say 125 and it'll remove the gap for a while. Hey, Patch. I read the word long and I'm going, you're long what? I read the word long. I was going, you're long what? What are you long? What are you long? That's funny. I'm brain dead. I think trading all the time. Probably not. I'm sorry, I just saw somebody's question. William, probably not. Um, I only say that because we walked our way there. You know, I prefer it to be deliberate. Boom, boom, boom. You see what I'm saying? We walked our way here. We came almost to it, then rolled up, then came on, then down to it. You know, it's not my favorite way of doing it. I want it to come there deliberately. God, my back hurts. Jesus, it's about fucking time. It's about time. Come on. Go, 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 go. Go. Come on. All right. All right. Let me reevaluate things here. Oh, gold is coming off the top of the box off a 1 minute gold line. Let me see here. Also, we got, see, oil created its box. Let me just look at that for a second. And really didn't do much. I should have been in that trade, but I was too late. Too late. I'm looking. So hold on. Let me shrink this all up. Let me shrink everything up. I should have had this. I should have had that. Should have had that. Of course, we're getting a few minutes from the equities opening. Oh, patch. Yeah. Let me tell you something on that, just to kind of, the market has a tendency to do different things at different times and different, but it's never consistent. And so, like things like consistency, there's certain things that are always consistent and there's certain things that aren't. And so, for example, always consistent markets crazy at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. That's consistent. It doesn't matter if it's the 4th of July. If it's the 5th of July, the day after the 4th, it acts crazy at 9:30. But what I have found lately, and I have leaned on heavily is that the trading, albeit slower, has been much more predictable and clean in the afternoons. And that's where I've been making my money. I've been less aggressive in the mornings. Like I lost interest in this box because the box is so damn small. And I'm not paying attention to it. The box in gold. I've been less interested in donating money in the mornings because the afternoons have been so good to me lately. I mean, I'm talking just so good to me lately, the afternoon trading, where it's rhythmic, it's predictable. The rotations have been good. Now, is that something that I can take to the bank for a long term? No, not necessarily, because that excitement in the morning is what's going to cause rotations that I need to see when the market doesn't have as much activity as it does now. You know, right now the market's got quite a bit of activity. You know, we got a war going on, and you name it. You got the government shut down, which as far as I'm concerned, they should shut the whole fucking thing down. But that's a different story for another conversation. And then the last person they should be paying is Chuck Schumer. That's the last person that should be getting paid. Okay, Chuck Schumer should not collect a paycheck until everybody else in the government has already collected one. That's my opinion. Anyways, but besides that, it is March, April. These are good trading months traditionally. But when we get into May and June, I'm going to have to start leaning, most likely, I'm going to have to start leaning into the morning again, right? I've been very, very selective in the mornings lately. I think I hit one trade yesterday. In the RTY in the morning. And then I think I had a break even in something else. That was it. Because I can't get in the rhythm of what's going on in the morning. And again, one of the other problems with the morning trading, in my opinion, is that not only do you have like news, which, yesterday we had Fed Chairman fucking Powell out there telling his bullshit stories and kissing Schumer's ass, I'm sure. But the other thing was that we had that going on, but you also get the intermittent news throughout the day, updating the situation in the Strait of Hormuz, the situation in Lebanon, the situation in Iran. Notice nobody gives a rat's ass about Ukraine anymore. Everybody notice that? I don't see anybody walking around with Ukraine flags anymore. That's interesting. Anyways, because when the paid actors are told to get paid to do something else, they don't even know what a Ukraine flag is. They just know somebody handed it to them. So they throw that down and they pick up an Iran flag. Anyways, that's the insanity we live in here in the United States. For those of you that live in the other parts of the world, we have stupid people everywhere. But because of all those things going on, I don't think the market gets in rhythm in the morning either. I think the rhythm has been coming in the afternoons. Oh, my eyes are open, my friend. Trust me. My eyes are open. I haven't been registered to either political party since 1991. I am a true believer that the biggest enemy to this to the citizens of this country is its own government. Okay, so oil just came out of its box. So the interesting part will be to see if it comes back in, because it is later. See if it comes back in, but we've got a problem. We're getting close to the open. We're getting close. And see, even this trade right here, this rotation right here, I mean, that's just that there's no money to be made there. There's too much risk, in my opinion, for what the rotations are. I mean, the trade worked, for $300, and you got to know that the $300 ends here to get $300. If you're following the back of the candles, you got a whole $100. It's not worth the risk. I need bigger rotations. I need stuff moving. All right, so the market's going to open in 1 minute. Boy, is oil going to actually go out of the box? I guess it is. You could see how right here, see how just observation stuff. See how right here the mid band was holding price down, and then once the mid band gave up, it just went straight to the top of the box. Good morning, Patriot. I stuck my finger in oil this morning, was up $500 in the trade, Patriot, and then the damn thing came back, knocked me out for like $100. Yeah, I had a long off the prior day open. I mean, it was $500 and then came back and knocked me out for $100 win. I was so pissed. Just pissed. I've been just getting shortchanged. Anything I got into today has been shortchanged. I mean, it's March. It's not freaking July. All right, I'm gonna grab some coffee. I'll be back while all this craziness. I don't take any trades during this time, anyways. I'll be right back. Well, keep in mind, David, one other thing. This is the last day of the month. So, and it's the end of the first quarter of the year. So you're going to have some of these larger institutions adjusting some of their portfolios and shit throughout the day and blah, 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 blah for their quarterly reporting to make it look like they're fucking geniuses when they're all just lying to you and asking you for a bigger management fee. Let's see here. Let's see NQ here. So we've got let's see what the ES is doing. Well, let me check it compared to that. So we're almost at the high in NQ in ES already. Interesting. How close are we on all these? Not very close there. Holy Jesus, where is it? We're already over it there? Oh, we're right at the prior day high in YM. We're far away from it in the RTY. We're real close to it in the ES. And we're not that far away from it in the NQ. Maybe we'll get lucky and roll up into that zone and look for some longs off that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking, David. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Exactly. So you got random potential for real herky-jerkiness. So that's inadvertent to price action. And again, that's probably why I've been doing much better in the afternoons lately also. But I have been doing much better in the afternoons. My trading has been a lot better in the afternoons. I mean a lot better. Like it's just smooth. It's easy for the most part, you know. But I'm also being, you know, very selective. I think I took maybe one trade yesterday afternoon, 2 trades. I mean, I'm not hunting for trades because I'm working. I just happen to, you know, I'll look at the market. I'll put up the main ones, NQ, ES, RTY, and YM. And then I'll just sit here and work and then glance over and go, hey, shit, we're all going long and we just hit on the red line. Let's see what's going on. Yeah. Oh, David, there was an ES, guys. I even messaged Jim about that. That's the trade. I even messaged Jim, who just came in here, about that ES short. There was an ES short on the red line yesterday with once it pierced the red line, it had 2 inside candles in a row and then wham, straight down. What a beauty. I couldn't draw a trade up better than that. I could not draw a trade up better than that. If I sat here and drew one by hand, it wouldn't have been better than that. Yeah, PMI, you got all that stuff at 9:45. I think we got some we got PMI at 9:45. We got job openings at 10 and consumer confidence at 10. So we have a few things coming up that are not going to make this morning too exciting for us as traders. Yeah, Jim took the corresponding NQ trade. That ES trade, Jim took the actual corresponding NQ trade. Wasn't it for like 4 contracts, Jim? Something like that. And got $4,000. I think it was 4 contracts. Got $4,000 out of it. And it was, you know, it was just very smooth, very rhythmic. Just so easy and transparent to see what was going on. Jim was blowing up my phone, and I was sitting there in the barber shop getting my hair cut. And the barber looks at me and goes, "You need to get that." I said, "No, it's just some crazy guy from California." No, it's just some crazy guy from California. Cut my hair, man. Stay focused on the hair. My haircut, my haircut probably what? My haircut probably was $30 in tip and all. But not sitting in front of my computer to take the trade that Jim was texting me about probably cost me another $2,000. Probably cost me another $2,000. Oh shit. Yeah, it was a beautiful short. It was a beautiful short, man. Everything about it was short. It was beautiful. I may go back and show it to you guys. It was, I mean, because also how it reacted and then broke the up pivot to that red line after, and then what it did was it was just absolutely textbook, the price action of how that ES trade worked. Absolutely textbook. I mean, it was just wonderful. Absolutely textbook. We only got 940. Jesus, I thought it was later than that. We're going through the high here in NQ. Oh, that's ES. Shit, I'm looking at the ES. Sorry. I'm looking at the I was sitting there thinking, these candles are moving so hectic. I thought I was looking at the NQ. No, I'm looking at the ES. Holy shit. All right. Yeah, he's in off the gold line in NQ. That's why I told you guys before, if he put his charts up here in this live stream, y'all'd have a heart attack. I have a heart attack hearing about it. All right, so we're 3 minutes from some news. Man, just lackadaisical morning so far. Lackadaisical morning so far. I'm not very happy about that. Not very happy so far because we're just kind of sitting here. Come on. This is going to be a tough decision because if we go straight out of the box after 9:45, we also have news at the same time. Remember what I said? We're almost there. Well, I didn't expect us to go there right from the open. my counting here. Okay, we're forming the 945 candle right now. Looks like I don't have to worry about that decision because we've rolled back down. Good, because I was a little nervous about going straight out of the box. At the same time, there's freaking news. I was a little nervous about having to do that. That was not going to be an untense moment for me. Not an untense moment for me. All right, so since we're sitting in the middle of all our boxes, which is good news right at this moment for me, I'm not stuck with a decision. I don't have to worry about the fact that there's news right now. It's news right now. All right, let's see here. I just want somebody to do like the RTY did for me yesterday. Just something nice and easy and simple to see. Something nice and easy and simple to see. That's my objective right now. Something nice and easy to see. Huh. Huh. No, it's not at this time of day, Jim. No, it's not. No, it's not. The 5-minute gold line in gold might be. That might be nice and easy to see. We crossed over. We're right here. Boom. That's what I'm looking for. Because it's not dealing with an open right now. Damn, are we going to get a 1-minute gold line? Shit, come on, gold. See, I needed gold to come right to this gold line here, not the 1-minute gold line. There's no room in that 1-minute gold line to the back to the rotation. There's no room there. Yeah. Yeah, I know, Kevin. Yeah. No, it's too early for that stuff, Patch. Too early. It just happened to work, but that's not a tradable event, my friend. Shit, the freaking ES is at the high. Wow. Violence. This right here. Gold is just pissing me off today, man. It's just not cooperating. See how I said the break here, the 1 minute goal line, the break was too close to the rotation. That's what I'm talking about right there. So we need this to come back into this zone and then rotate up. This if you took that long there, you're freaking scratching your ass right now. So what? Yes, Jim. Yes, it was. You're only supposed to go out of the box if it's in the first minute. You're not supposed to go out of the box in the second or third minute. It did work. I will give you that. It did work. And again, with the first minute, the reason I talk about the first minute versus the second and the third, the first minute creates the much higher probability. The second is less probable. The third is even less. That's all I'm saying. I mean, the trade worked. That's great. But I mean, you got to remember the people in this live stream, they need to make $400, shut it down so that they can keep their prop firm happy. They don't need to get into a trade, lose $500, and then try to figure out how to get it back the rest of the day. Oh, no, you don't need. Listen, if you take a loss, it's not a big deal. And it's not like we're all going to be correct in the trades we take, anyways. If you take a loss, it's not a big deal. You know how to dig yourself out of the hole. I know how to dig myself out of the hole. But, you know, people with the stress of drawdowns behind them and shit like that, they need to, the most important thing they need to do is learn patience, not, oh, here's a touch of the gold line, here's a touch of the red line, here's this, here's that. I mean, I just, some people just have to keep freaking texting me. Just, well, then good for you. Yay, team. My customer messaged me to ignore the text she figured out. That's good because I had already ignored it. I had already ignored the text. Well, it does and it doesn't, Gene. I mean, it's just like, I'd rather have a drawdown of $3,000 blow up my Apex account than my own cash account. How about that? I mean, Jim Park. We got too many gyms in here. I mean, once you're on top of this line, like this candle right here is clearly on top. Then the rotation is long. Okay, it is. But the preferred situation is we create space and we deliberately run to here and then reject. That's when the sharks are in the tank instead of just momentum keeps pushing you long. So what I want, for example, is I want this thing to come back now and sit on here after creating this illusion that price is going long, and I want them to deliberately bring it down here and steal and knock people's stop losses out and then deliberately run back up. Just like the example of the NQ trade I showed earlier that I took. I mean, they deliberately were showing people one thing and then they turned around and did the opposite. And the size of the candles after the entry of that NQ trade, which was right here, my NQ trade. God damn it. The size of these candles right here, see these two candles? That shows that they trapped them. They had people chasing the shorts. They broke through the bottom of the inside candle, came out the other side. That means when you see reaction like that, it's because they have the shorts trapped and they're buying their way out of the position. And that's exactly the scenario you want to see happening. You want to see that they have people leaning one way, head faked them, and then rotate the other. And that's what gives you the big green candles or the big red candles. And it's those big green candles, big red candle trades that put you in on the right side of the trade right from the beginning. If you're trading a prop firm, and therefore you can just, you got a target, you get your money, and you call it a day. I mean, we could sit here and push buttons all day long. Oh, here, we're on the gold line right now. I mean, that's what I'm trying not to have you guys visualize this as. I'm wanting you to visualize to make it easy for you to get through the prop firm stuff and build your equity, build your cash, and then be able to do the stuff that Jim does by knowing when these guys are on your team. What are they doing? Because that's how you'll be consistent with payouts and profits and all that kind of crap. Is to know and see how they did what I said. I said they were going to bring it back down and test this. So, right now your trade should be long off the top here. If they break the candle. Problem is we got freaking news in 3 minutes, of course. I mean, I hate having news because when you get great setups, the stuff gets screwed up because you got freaking news events. Come on. All right, so your target minimum should be there, which is where the rotation came from. and you just waited for the sharks to enter the tank. So you got your big green candle. They intentionally drove that down to do this reaction right here. And that's what I want you guys to see. That's what I want you guys trading to do. I don't want you to do the crazy ass shit that Jim's jumping in here and there. Nothing against Jim. When you guys get your bankroll up and running like Jim, we'll talk about the other stuff. But you need to get your bankroll there first. You need to learn how to pass these combines by doing the stupid shit like that I just did there. Come on, go up before the news. Come on. Come on, hit my target. Hit my freaking target, damn it. There you go. All right, everybody, class dismissed. Class dismissed. That was class. Jim Park, did you see that? Did you watch that? That's how you pass a combine. You wait for that. Was that painful? There you go, Gene. And Gene just did it. Gene gets it. Gene gets it. Gene gets it. Now, at the same time, I missed a beautiful 1 minute gold line trade right here. Did you get that, Jim? I think you just said yes. Yeah, that was a beautiful. We had a beautiful 1 minute gold line while I'm teaching class over here. Look at this inside candle. Boom, boom. That was a beautiful 10-pointer right there. Multiple reasons why it was so beautiful. Number one reason, space between here and there, unlike when it did it here. That's easy money. You just got to pay attention to the simple things. And it's stupid shit like that. That's exactly how I took my Apex account, would walk through the process slowly with the ES specifically, and then pass and then get paid. The whole time these candles right here were forming, I was telling you I want it to go up and then bring it back to here. Did I not? And then we'll run it up. There you go. Class dismissed. Class dismissed. Class dismissed. It's all about the sharks. You've got to recognize when the shark is in the tank, and the shark is deliberately bringing price one way or another, and you have a firm support and or resistance mechanism that they're bringing it to that they know about, but the amateurs don't. So they get them leaning the wrong way, and then they slam it back in their face. That's it. I mean, that's class dismissed. I mean, I've done my job today. I've done my job today. And Jim Park, big green candles, because the event was to deliberately take it from the high to this line and then run it straight back up. Big green candles. And that's it. Very similar to the beautiful RTY trade I took yesterday. I mean, just same situation. Zip, 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 right to my target. I don't know how much money that one made. How many points did I get? 83.25 and 86.75 minus, yeah, $325. Perfect for a combine. $325. That's it. Yeah, I mean, the whole time all that was going on, Jim Park, I got too many gyms, is you'll notice RTY did the same thing. YM did the same thing. NQ did the same thing all together. I took that trade in the less stressful instrument of all of them, and that would be the ES. Yeah, Jim. Yeah, because so here's what Jim took this trade. Because it's the same candle. See the deliberateness, two support, and then bam, big green candles. RTY is the only one that kind of didn't work perfectly. It did. There it is. So here's your bing bing. Here's your support. Zing zing. It went up, but it just didn't break the. It didn't break the top. And then the YM. So they all were in agreement. Through the high, sitting on support, boom. That one went through the top. I mean, it's just like when they all agree and they're all seeking a support mechanism, deliberately running it one way, it's like, holy shit, where do I push the enter button? Because you now know what they're doing. And that's it. And you rinse, wash, repeat, build confidence and things like that. And it's not that. And what you're going to learn from what the hell I'm trying to tell you is it's not a video game. It's not just enter. Damn it. That's how you freaking lose money. Yeah, we had a banger here. Some people had it in the NQ. I took it in the ES. This one right here, Cody. You cross over retest of your prior day high, bam, right back to your pivot. Just crossover retest, prior day high. And, again, looking at all these charts, the other three were on 1 minute gold lines. The ES is on the prior day high. I'll take the prior day high over the 1 minute gold line all day long. You better have a bankroll, lunatic. You better have a bankroll, lunatic. His trades are my trades, lunatic. The difference is he takes them more aggressively because he can take a $5,000 swing against him. And even Jim will tell you, not Jim Park, the other Jim, will tell you that he is leaning towards trading in the afternoons also, because that's where he's making more money. Jim Park, no, he got out with 10 points. So that's right from here to here, which is right back at his pivot. He got 10 points right back at the pivot. Right back at the pivot, which was 10 points. He and I both entered gold trades with the same thought process, which is we want to get 10 points out of it if we can. But we'll adjust those targets. Now, this just happened to be 10 points is right before the pivot. That's a great place to be. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you, lunatic. I mean, if I listen, man. It's everybody in here do whatever you want. I'm under the philosophy of crawl before you walk before you run before you sprint. You may be a savant that wanders in here and has never traded before, and I spend 15 minutes telling you what I'm trying to do, and somehow it all clicks with you, and you're a money printing machine. But the futures brokerage companies out there like AMP Futures and Ninja and all that stuff, they will tell you that that's statistically impossible. He's in California, so it's 7:10 in the morning there, RJ. So he goes surfing well, first of all, he knows that the waves are good before he goes because he lives 2 blocks from the beach. And then he goes, and then he comes back, and then he calls me, and we screw around in the afternoon trying to make some money. Man, is this ES going to roll up again? Is this ES going to roll up again? It just might. I thought we had some more news. Oh, we're already done with news. Now, come on. How does the consumer confidence number? Do they just truly make this shit up? How does the consumer confidence number in the U.S. go up? I must be living in a parallel universe. I must be living in a parallel universe. I swear to God. I should have been long the ES. Yeah, they're liars. That's right, Gene. They are liars. I mean, the numbers are all bullshit. My favorite was when they overstated the numbers of jobs created in, I think it was 2024, by 800,000 throughout the year. And they had to adjust it back because the reality of everything else never added up. That was my favorite. Yeah, April Fools. Yeah, exactly. There's just no way. There's no way consumer confidence is up. I can tell you that sitting here building modular homes. I mean, there's just no way. My phone calls in the last month for potential new customers, and we're in the springtime right now. My phone calls have literally disappeared. Literally disappeared for new customers. Which I'm fine with because I'm so way ahead of my projections for the year already. I mean, I can only build so many houses. But So I'm not concerned by it whatsoever. But I also know, yeah, that's because of the war, if you ask me. But they can throw those numbers out there so people will keep supporting, whatever Israel needs done in the Middle East. I used to watch the 10-year bond when I was in the mortgage business, Jim Park, every freaking day. I was the only mortgage person I knew of in my area that had the 10-year bond sitting on his chart at all times. At all times. And then you had that freaking idiot Greenspan just throwing money out the window. Oh, we need to lower rates. The economy needs a little boost. Needs a little boost. My phone doesn't stop ringing, idiot. John Carl. That's a good one, John. That's a good one, John. Oh, God. I really needed gold to come down here and hit the 5-minute goal. It still has not done it yet. It still has not done it yet. By the time it does it, it's going to be so overextended. It's not going to have any impact. Yeah, Greenspan was horrible. Absolutely freaking horrible. He completely destroyed the economy. Completely destroyed it. And I swear to God, it was all intentional. Anybody with an IQ over 90 knew that the shit he was spewing was complete, utter lies. Yeah, that's part of why I'm not looking at anything right now, William. So the interesting part about that, William, is that, so let me just show you this. So the RTY came and sat right on top of its box and wrote and rejected long. The YM was behind it. Now this one's inside the box. So, yeah, I might have been into this if let me see here. That's the 1011 candle. 1011 candle. Yeah, I probably would have been in this if I'd have seen this. I probably would have been in this long. Obviously, I'd have lost here. This one's still up. And they're all stuck because, so again, I've talked about this before. That prior day high, man, is a battleground. It is a total battleground. So here's the elephant in the room. It's the ES. And it's just fighting tooth and nail, kicking, scratching, clawing, whatever, to keep price above yesterday's high. So you've got to look at it. Think about a daily. Think about if you have daily candles on your chart. Okay. Think about if you have daily candles. It's that daily candle that they're, bigger money's looking at, that has price going, has the ES going north of yesterday's high. Optimism. That creates optimism. And they are fighting tooth and nail. But it's not a tradable event for me because we already did the tradable event. We went from here to here. The more times we come back to these lines, you guys know this, I've told you this a million times. The more times you come back to the same line, the less impact that line has on working. Now, it ultimately worked, but who the hell wants all this in the process? Would you rather have this trade or would you rather have this trade? Now that we've broken the pivot here, so see, we've broken the down pivot. If we rotate back into the 1 minute gold line, that might be a long setting up here. Okay. So I'm not totally giving up now, but we needed this pivot right here to be broken. This was a down pivot. This was an up pivot. We broke the down pivot right here with this wick through, but then it ran straight up. So they're trying to show us that they're fighting to go long. GC has gone into its 10 o'clock nap. Everybody see that? It's gone into its 10 o'clock nap. I need to get rid of it. I need to get rid of it. I need to get rid of it. So the NQ did the same thing. It broke its down pivot right here, from here to here. It broke its down pivot on the upswing. The big problem right now is that the YM is trying to stay north of its red line, but it's also inside its box. That's kind of a God dang it. I can't stand when I do that. That's the only instrument out of sequence with the RTY, the NQ, and the ES is the YM. It's out of sequence. It is out of sequence. It's trying to go down. Now, interestingly enough, we might want to see where these lines go. So hold on. We might want to see where these go because now we may be testing the prior day high. See, they've done it a couple times over here. Then they finally gave it up. Sitting at the prior day high in the YM right now. Will Beckham. Yes. I just got to figure out the technicals of how to do it. To answer your question, Will, I read it, then I forgot it, then I read it again. I read it, forgot it, read it again. Man. I'm going to see if we can get it. Yeah, it's been breaking the down pivots, but it's also broken the up pivots too, Bruce. So it's kind of like I think everybody between the RTY, the ES, and the NQ, I think they're trying to talk the YM into going long because it's the YM that's holding them up. It's the YM that's holding up the parade. Oh no. Shit, there it goes. I wanted it to come back below this one, then up. But there it goes. See, they've been waiting right here. They've been waiting for the YM to agree. And now the YM agrees and off they go. Well, the RTY is holding the top of the box patch. It's battling to hold the top of its 15-minute box. I mean, it's 2 times in a row. It is just battled to stay north of that box. The ES is battling to stay on top of the prior day high. The NQ is the one that's about to get into a fist fight because the prior day high is what's above it. Excuse me. Jesus. I can't get 4 screens on here. I'm looking at all 4 at the same time. No, I think the ES is done playing with the prior day high right now. I mean, it obviously worked, but I mean, who can handle these? Who can handle these pullbacks? It's just we're stuck because the YM is below the top of its box. It's being held down. And it's going to be a real pain in the ass because even if it starts going up, even if the YM starts getting through this resistance area, this is resistance right here. Notice it went down, up, and then straight down. It's because this is resistance. And because it's stuck below resistance, it's not allowing the rest of them to go. And even if it starts going up, now we got the problem will be this starts running into resistance. It's kind of yeah. I mean, you had it, Bruce. You had an inside candle here. If you were really paying attention, that's that was a decent setup. I don't know how many points it got. Back to the pivot would have been 91, 85. Oh shit, that's 6 points. Back to the pivot was 6 points. That's not bad. That would have been $300. That'd have been $300. That's not bad. Come on. Sorry, my screen went blank. Did you catch that, Bruce? Did you take that trade? Gene might have taken it. I mean, that's nice with the inside candle here. That kind of helps you out. Gives you a smaller spot to defend than this damn thing. So here we've gotten the NQ right into the bottom of the prior day high, and down it goes. And it's going to keep pushing this down until it freaking gets the energy up to go through there. See how it's doing that? It's like frustrating because there's, yeah. The trade where everything lined up so far, the only one where everything lined up so far was this one. Because they all lined up perfectly. Everything did. I mean, there's been some profits here. That was a pretty good one right there. But there's a lot of headwinds. Yeah, Bruce, I agree with that. I prefer hammer candles in the NQ more than the ES, but yeah, you are correct. But I do prefer them in the NQ better. The NQ slingshot's a little better than the ES, but yeah. So we're stuck again, just like I told you guys we would be when this was going on. I said we're gonna get stuck, and it's gonna get stuck right here. Nobody else has anything. I mean, the YM has finally broken through the bottom of the top, the resistance part of the box where it kept getting pushed down. But we have this situation over here. God dang. It's just come on. Come on. Somebody do something. See, that NQ is just getting punched in the face. So it's dragging down. It's getting punched in the face. That prior day high is, the prior day high and the prior day lows, man, are just freaking battle zones. I mean, you can see that by looking at the ES. They have battled and battled and battled to keep it north of there. And over here, they're battling to keep it south. I mean, it's a battle zone. There's a lot of money picking a direction off of those lines. A lot of money. And I'm such an idiot, but look at that. Prior day high retested. Finally, I talked about it. Space, retest, bam. Look at that. That was your YM one. Of course, I didn't take it because I'm an idiot. I mean, I sat here and talked about it with the ES and even took it with the ES, and then sit here and talk about it with the YM, and I don't take it. And off it goes. Oh. Come on, go. Everybody go. Everybody go. All right, there you go. All right, come on, go, go, go. All right, I took the RTY because we had a crossover. Donkey broke the pivot to the left, sat on top of it, and I'm about to get knocked out. Yep. I needed that NQ to get through there. I was counting on that NQ to go through. I was counting on that NQ because we had it 1, 2, 3. Well, you're supposed to go on the third one. God dang it. Freaking NQ. NQ is pissing me off today, man. It should have gone through. I mean, it ran through, which is part of why I had so much momentum in my trade. And my trade setup was absolutely freaking perfect on that RTY. We had a crossover of the 1 minute gold line, broke the pivot, the down pivot to the left, smooth pullback into my gold line, and then wham. We even were off the 5 minute gold line in the freaking, and I was watching this at the same time. And I'm like, okay, this is going to be third attempt. Freaking pain in the ass. Yeah, I made money in the NQ this morning. Shannon, I made some good money. Well, and see, the good news is, again, there's a lesson to be learned here. All right. You're not getting chopped up in this because you now understand that these two depend on each other. And so when this one runs into resistance, you know to give up on this one. Or if this one runs into resistance, you know to give up on this one. Whatever. They depend on each other. God dang it, man. I thought I was there because I was going to take that RTY back to the high. I mean, the pattern was perfect. I crossed over both the 9 EMA and the 5 minute gold line. Smooth pullback right to both, and then a rejection long. What the hell? Knowing that this was the third attempt. Big money doesn't want to go north today for the NQ. For some reason, big money does not want to go north. Big money does not want to go north in the NASDAQ today. It's not, oh man, the RTY has had some beautiful trades. It's had 2 longs off the box, top of the box, that were good $400 trades in a row. It had a 1 minute gold line trade. Look at the RTY has been fire. It had a nice RTY, nice long here. Probably would have been, oh, that's a $400 trade right there. Another $400 trade right here. Another $400 trade right here. The reason this one didn't work is because that's the one I took. Oh, shit. So now we're still stuck in a quagmire because the ES is trying to hold its prior day high. The NQ can't get through its prior day high. The YM is probably going to try to hold its prior day high. Okay, because it's right there at it now. It's coming to it, and damn it, I can't fucking fucking getting your screen stuck. So right there, when this gets maybe to the red line, so there's, and then the RTY is sitting at the red line. The only problem with all of these situations is they're all at support and this one's out in limbo land. Just kind of an ugly day, really. I mean, I'm fine. I've made some good money today, but just not something I can. And don't we have Gene? You like that, didn't you? You liked that, didn't you, Gene? Yeah. Well, you know, as long as I can contain my emotion when I'm in a trade, then I'm fine. That's definitely one of the main things I've developed over the recent years that I used to not do, is maintain my emotion. Maintain. Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you guys all go through the same thing. Look at that. So the YM is going to do whatever it can to hold this line right now. May end up being oh my gosh, look at this. So just for conversation, I'm not taking it, but it'll be interesting. See this? What does everybody see here? What does everybody see? I wish somebody upstairs would quit fucking dropping shit. What does everybody see here? What does everybody see here as a potential for a swing trade? One big ass W. One big ass W. But it's a yeah, one big ass W. Huh. Let me get over here and look at the NQ. I've got 2 YM charts up. So let me just go back over here. So that's interesting. The ES created space, rolled up into the back of the prior day high, and rolled over. Wow. See that space right there? That's the space that I was talking about that we did not have here, but we got here, and then that trade happened. Yep. Man, this has been uneventful for Bob. Because more than half the time we've been sitting here, nobody's agreeing. You shorted that? Good job. I was too busy looking at that big W in the YM. Too busy looking at the big W in the YM that didn't happen. Good job, Gene. Wow. Oh yeah, no, Gene. Yeah, that's so Jim from California, he has told me that is the most that is probably the most interesting thing that I've taught him is that exact scenario you just said. He's like, that's like been like major money printing situation, which is exactly what we did to the long side right here. It's that crossover, create space, retest, boom. Good job, Patch. Yeah. It's it's uh it's definitely a very conservative trade, in my opinion, because it's a manipulation point. It's a manipulation point. Oh, well, yeah. I didn't get it either, Patch. I mean, I got the long one. I again, you know, I can't say this 50 times a day, but I will say it 50 times a day. When the market goes short, I struggle to see it. It literally has to punch me in the face. Now I'm looking at it now and I'm like, oh shit, that was a beautiful setup. you know, but I mean, I'm looking at it after the fact, of course. Unlike the long that I took, version of the exact same trade. Exact same trade. I just took the long version versus the short version, and it was easy for me to see. The short version, I missed it. Of course, it was much more tighter quarters on the short version, that's for sure. Man, oil is just off and running. I mean, oil is just, I don't know what's going on with oil, but oil is off and running. If it would give me a trade, I'll take it. It's just not giving me a setup. I'll be right back. Man, on this downswing, nobody gave me a 1 minute gold line or nothing. On this upswing in oil, nobody gave me a 1 minute gold line in oil. It's like, what the hell? Are you all right, Eddie? You have a surgery today? Oh, man, Eddie. Yeah, that's wow. Jesus. Are you going to be in the hospital for a while after that? Apparently, right? Probably like at least a week. Yeah, it's yeah. It's you're going to be out tomorrow? Wow. Hopefully. That's terrible, man. That's terrible. Wow. Well, Eddie, if you can, let's see here. Today's Tuesday. If you can come in maybe Thursday or Friday and just give us an update, that'd be nice. I mean, if you can't, that's okay too, you know. Yeah. That's why I do these live streams. It's like, it's like you guys have become like a second family to me. Yeah, or the wife. Yeah. She can come in and give us an update. It doesn't matter. You know, when people disappear for a while, it concerns me. Like Orville disappeared for a while, and even somebody in here asked me about him, and I said, I don't know, you know. Then Orville showed up. Then Orville showed up last Thursday. You know, he was fine, just he's been so busy at work. And still trading on his phone. Still making thousands of dollars a day trading on his phone, which is crazy. Just totally crazy. See you, Eddie. Shit. Wow. Wow. Well, now I don't want to trade. Now I don't want to trade. Bye, Eddie. Now I don't even want to trade. Of course, something's going on here. I don't know what's going on. We have rotated far too long without any pullbacks. Yeah, it's I know I can get you to talk, Thomas. All I have to do is talk about the weather here in North Carolina. Or about the sharks in California. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God, Thomas. My wife was throwing stuff during the Duke game. I, on the other hand, when I was little, I grew up 5 miles from Storrs, Connecticut. I love Big East basketball. It's just a different brand of basketball. So I thought it was exciting that Connecticut pulled that off. I can tell you right now, in Storrs, Connecticut, they were burning a bunch of couches that night. Burn, because that's what they do. They throw the couches outside and they burn them whenever they have something like a big victory like that. I hope so, Thomas. I hope so. There used to be a day and age when I would root for Michigan when Notre Dame wasn't involved. But that day and age is long gone. That day and age is long gone for various reasons. Inside candle. I'm looking for a long in the NQ. Inside candle off the bottom of the box. Come on, go. Come on, go. Go. There we go. Come on, go. Go. I'm not gonna let it run back on me. Go. It's off the bottom of the box. Here's the box. And we had an inside candle. So I'm taking the long. Come on, go, 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 go. Come on. Come on. The fucking 9 EMA, get out of the way. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Anyways, I expected the reaction. Yeah, that exactly. We did bottom out, Cody. I mean, it's going to roll up. So at the same time, the ES had the same exact pattern. Right here, we hit the bottom of the box at the same time that the NQ hit the bottom of the box. So the rotation should be long. I should have taken the ES version, of course, because I took the NQ version. It got really herky-jerky. But the ES version is going to roll up smooth as butter. You watch. That should it's gonna snap long. It's gonna snap all the way. The minimum it should go to the mid band. Minimum it should go to the mid band. Minimum it should go to the mid band of the box. Right there. Come on, right to the minimum it should go to the box. The NQ's already at the box. Rut-row. The NQ's already. Oh, keep going. Shit, man, I was in that trade too. I was in that trade too. Oh, well. So I've had people ask me, so how long do those lines work? Well, it's 11 o'clock and we just rotated off the bottom of the box. We just rotated right off the bottom of the box. I mean, in the middle of nowhere. Remember that. We're in the middle of nowhere. You look at this chart, we're in the middle of nowhere. Right off the bottom of the box. Bam, right to that mid band. Shit. Anyways, I'm going to close the stream up for the day. I've got a lot of things to do. And I'm going to do the stream early tomorrow and probably cut it off a little early because I've got a house that I'm setting tomorrow. It's a house I've never built before, and I need to get out there and kind of look at it while they're putting it together and stuff. Look at that trade. What I took the wrong instrument, man, again. Anyways, everybody have a good day. I'm up $921. Everybody have a good day. Yeah, Jim. Don't go wild like your buddy there until you learn how to walk, okay? Don't go wild like your buddy. Talk to you guys later. Bye.